Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Yeah, I'm back basically. So I will start streaming from now onwards. So probably it will be Codeforces content. So the idea is to solve these competitions. So as you can see right now, let me show you my rating in Codeforces. It's basically 932. So newbie, newbie stuff. All right. So the idea is to solve a contest virtually using the virtual contests and just try to get better at it after solving the contest. Go to the, I mean, so probably I may not be able to answer the last four questions. I don't know. I have never solved a div 4. I mean, I solved some years back. So the idea is to solve the contest virtually, then look at the tutorial and upsolve the contest. So for each contest, you will get two videos. That is the doing it as virtually, then the upsolving part. So that's the basic idea of it. So I'm starting with div 4 so as to improve my coding as well as motivation because I cannot directly jump to step 10 right before going through step 1. So that is that. So this competition is 2 hours and 15 minutes. Let's see if there is no. Oh, okay. Probably. So instead of entering, we can do. First, we'll see what is this virtual participation, then we'll do. it. I'll enter first, then. So, idea is to solve this. So, virtual contest is a way to take part in the past contest as close as possible to participation on time. Okay. It is supported only ICPC mode for virtual contest. If you have seen these problems, a virtual contest is not for you. Solve these problems in the archive. Yeah, I have never seen any of these problems, so maybe virtual contest is for me. If you just want to solve some problems from a contest, a virtual contest is not for you. Solve this problem in the archive. Never use someone else's code. Read the tutorials or communicate with other person during a virtual contest. Mm. So yeah, this is not for just randomly solving the problem. So if I'm ready to spend 2 hours 15 minutes from now to end, then this is for me. So I want to see how much time can I spend 2 hours on a Friday night. I don't know. So it's 11 p.m. now. So 11 to 12, 12 to 1. This is the difficulty. Anyway, I'm starting this virtual contest. So let's see. I'm having bad internet right now. So virtual contest is a way to take part in the past contest as close as possible to participation on time. It is supported only ICPC for virtual contest. We've seen this problem, so virtual contest now for this one's not as an individual participant, virtual start time. Okay. So he gives us plus 5 minutes for the current time. Use date time format. Okay. So July 25th, 2025 today. Today. So I still have 2 minutes. So I'll just participate it virtually and see. I mean, the reason for me to pick Division 4 is they are for people who are less than 1400 rating. So basically it's for newbies. Right. So that's the reason. I recently attended to Div 3 contest, but I was only able to solve A and B, not C, D, E, F. So probably I'll start from now. First, let me finish all the Div 4s, then upsolve, then go to Div 3s. Yeah. So that's it. Mm. So let me just check the hotkeys. Okay. Settings, video, sorry, hotkeys. Start and stop streaming. Okay, got it. It's not for pause. Thank God. Okay, so I won't be seeing any comments. It's just me solving the problems. So probably no comments. The upsolving videos would be better because I would have gone through the solutions for the stuff that I haven't solved. So this is just me talking out loud. So this video won't probably be as interesting as you think it is. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, it's loading. Ah, it's it's so close to the actual competition. Oh my God. Okay, so let me start with this. Tripitropy. Tripitropy resides in a strange world. The ancient name of each country consists of three strings. The first letter of each string is concatenated to form country's modern name. Given the country's ancient name, please output the modern name. So, ancient name of each country consists of three strings. Okay, so basically he'll give me three-letter string. Okay, the first letter of each string is concatenated to form the country's name. Okay, USA, OMG, ICLBIT. Got it. So the first line contains an integer t, the number of invalid test cases, while t contains three. Okay, this should be pretty much straightforward. Strings, the for loop. Let me see. So, um, oh, yes, right. Let me just int test, int test, and okay. So, what is asking? Each string has length of no more than 10 characters and contains only lowercase Latin characters. Okay, so string string countries. So let me empty. Okay, now input. I'm not sure if input take uh, the spaces. So let me see. Uh, auto I in input if okay. Country plus is equals to. So can I have append in string? Country of zero. String is a character, right? But okay. So I'm not confident about this string, so let me make it character array. That should be fine, right? So mixing initializer. Okay, I have to remove this, so with three. Um, so what's the problem here? Invalid specify for structure binding declaration. Mixing initializer. Oops, no. Let's see the quick fix. Mm, Oh, no, I want it to be a character array. I was confused between C++ and Java. So for C++, int array, how do I define? Okay, anyway, since it's here, okay, fine. So country of 0, input of 0. That one thing I can, that one thing I know because 0, 1. So 3, right? 0, 1, 2. So the first character will be the first character. So that is for sure. Then if, okay, instead of this loop, let me loop it over input size. Is equal to 0, I less than input dot size plus plus. If I is equals to empty space, then country of j plus plus is equal. I'll add j. So this is a very complicated code that I'm writing for a simple problem. This is a single space. Yeah, this is single space. Country of j plus plus is equals to input of I plus 1. That should be good. Now, so here in j is equals to 1. So every time, so j plus plus, again it comes to loop, so should be good. So let me just loop in over the output. I is equals to 0, I less than, okay, or not I can just do this right. Auto I in country. See, I'll try. Then afterwards, I can just, okay, now let me just copy the input. Okay, let's see. USA, okay, somewhere I made a mistake. USA, OMG. Okay, I'm getting it. Null, null. Okay, should it be this? Okay. Oh, shit. Input offline. That's the reason. All right. Okay. Input of I is equals to space. Country of j plus plus is equals to input of I plus 1. So country of, so the first is USA. But why did I stop at 7? With this case down. Yes, OMG. I'm getting those first letters, but C out I U. And why am I getting this? In J is equals to 1, right? Country of 1. I mean, would not be the case. So usually when I'm solving, so I take the help of internet to see how can I manipulate strings. I mean, this is fairly easy question, but since I haven't done coding for a long time, I'm confused on these functions. I cannot say like that, but yeah, okay. I mean, I've been working on Java and more confidence in doing C++ coding, so country of 0 is input 0 plus a MC. So what is it? So this is not working properly, or so I'm getting these characters right. So if input of I, so the input is um okay. Instead of input, can I say get line? Not sure how to use this get line. So what is it asking? Input stream. No instance of overloaded get line matches the argument. Nope, that's not how we use get. Read a line from stream into a string, string input. String and let me see how to uh, so get line. Oh, okay. Then get line string comma the string input. Now what happened? Input is undefined. Sorry, string input. Okay, let's go, babe. USIMG, ICLBIT. Okay, there is one thing that is missing. The first int and see test 7 file test minus minus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got a null, null, null. But, why would it be null, null? So why would it be null, null? So basically for 0 character, is it taking from line 1 also? Right. let me just remove this. So in test is equals to 7, and there is no need to save the test. And you get more learning while test minus minus. Now, what would be the answer? Hmm. So the code is working fine, but I need to, since it was taking the input, I should make the setup different. Okay. So int test, say 7. Mm, So, so now this is what, okay, I'm good, right? So let me just submit it. Submit code. Copy copy. So I usually do submit it from here. Let's see. So I took around 15 minutes for the first problem, but it should be submitted. Oh my god, wrong answer. That's one. What is the problem here? Bruh. To test, second test, while test minus minus. I mean, the same as the stuff that I got in main scene test, while test minus minus. Oh, I was using get line here as well, right? So, mm, if you try to read spaces, it only reads the first row because white space is delimited, but it's not the case with get line. Okay, if you use get line space of character. Let's see the AI generated summary. The sequence from the input stream, however, you can actually go of special. Oh, okay. So I have to open that file, but it's not possible, right? I see. So, so with this example, I feel like Div 4 is a good starting point for me, right? Because it strengthens my fundamentals. I can say that. That's for sure. So, okay, we'll get back to this later. We'll see the second form. We still have to go through all the problems before time. So, all right. Bobrito Bandito. Home, hometown residence, infinite number of houses on an infinite number line. Okay. With houses at -2, -1012. On day 0, he started plague by giving an infection to the unfortunate residents of house 0. each succeeding day, the plague spreads to exactly one healthy household that is next to an infected household. So he started with zero. So I have my number line here. 2 minus 1 minus 2. I'm doing on paper, so you probably won't see any scribbling that I do here. So it spreads to exactly one healthy household that is next to infected household. It can be shown that each day the infected houses form a continuous segment. Okay. Let the segment starting at health house and ending at earth house be denoted as LR. Okay. The segment starting from L and ending at R is denoted as LR. You know that after n days the segment LR became infected. You know that after n days the segment LR became infected. Find any segment L dash L prime R prime that could have been infected on the M day. M less than or equal to N. So basically we have 2 days, day M and day N. Day N is the day where we have L and R segment infected. So he's asking for another infected segment L dash and R dash that is on day M, where M is less than or equal to N. So if I consider, so yeah, so based on the day, I can probably see one example and see. So the first line is integers, the number of independent test cases. Okay, all right. The only line of each test case contains N, M, L, and R. 1 less than M less than N less than 2000 minus N less than L less than 0 less than R less than N. Okay. R minus L is equal to, for each test case, I'll put L prime and R prime on a new line. If there are multiple solutions, I'll put an. Okay, so let me take one example that is given. 4, 2, minus 2, and 2. So N M L R. N M L R. So from minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, and 2. So I have my number line here, and so the total time it took was 4 days. So basically the guy started at 0, right? So let me infect this on day, sorry, point 0, right? So on day 1, so he started at 0. It is possible that on the first, second, and third days of interval, the houses affected are minus 1 and 0. Yeah, because it can come to minus 1, right? And then from it may go to 1 because 0 and 1. So on day 2, it may be 1 minus 1 0 1. Okay, first, second, and third day, it's minus 2 to 1. Therefore, minus 1 to 1 is valid input, so valid output. Okay, so basically, we can just, based on given days, so the idea is simulation. So we start with 0, we minus 1, and then we plus 1, minus 1 plus 1, minus 1 plus 1, and we repeat how many times the number of days. So here in this case, minus 1, day 1, and plus 1, day 2. So probably that is based on the segment. Mm, so yeah, so by day 4, um, this is an interesting question because it it is kind of tricky. It's not challenging. It's just tricky. That is sure. So 4104. Let's do with the second input. 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So 0 to 4 is 4 days. So for one day, it, it should be 0 to 1. Okay, let's see. Okay, so if L is negative, we go from 0 to that L. All right. Okay, okay. If L is greater than 0, we go to the right. If L is less than 0, then we go to the left. Maybe if there was -1 for first test case, -1, we would not have gone past that. We would have gone to the right of. Okay, fine. I got the logic. So basically, 4, 2, -2, and 2, right? Now, since I got 2 days, so, so for L, if it is less than 0, so, so I'm just writing pseudocode. So if L it is less than 0, you know what? Let me try to write it here so that you can also see. So if L is less than 0, then what I will try to do is, um, let me take two imaginary L1 and R1, right? So I have taken to L1 and R1. I'll say both are 0. Okay. So I initialize both of them to 0. If L is less than 0, then I would do L1 minus minus. Okay. That is day 1. So this while M minus minus, the number of days minus minus. So I can print any one such solution, right? So M minus minus, if L is less than 0, L1 minus minus. Then the second, um, yes. So 1, when we need to manipulate L and when we need to manipulate R. So it depends. So if I go once again back, so 0, I don't need to plus it from what I understand. So -2, right? On day 2. So I need the segment. Yeah. So I can exhaust it. While L less than 0, L1 minus minus. Else L1 plus plus. So if L is greater than 0, I'll just add it and it should be 1. Okay, that I can see the upper range. So I will have to also see if the days, right? So for this fourth input, so I'll have to see which is, I mean, okay, I'll keep 3 conditions. So since this is brute, right? So I will have 3 conditions while M minus minus, now if L plus M So what should happen if L plus M is L plus R is greater than M? I mean, I can exhaust it. I mean, it's limited. I'm thinking too much. Let's see. Uh, hmm. And L prime should be greater than or equal to R prime. Oh, wait. Okay, fine. Uh, Let me show it very quick. So we have int test scene test. Okay, y test minus. Uh, Let me just remove all this stuff. Let me copy and let me just paste it. So in N M L R. Okay, see and okay, fine. I got the input. And then after the inputs, okay, and minus. Okay, let me initialize int L L1 is equals to 0 and R1 is equals to 0. Fine, because every time he's starting at 0. Why? If L1 L1 is L1 should be always greater than or equal to L1 is greater than or equal to L, then we perform this. Uh, then we perform and if L is less than 0, L1 minus else L1 plus. Now, if this case is not, I can exhaust now. Let's say if so, the R prime should always be less than or equal to R. If R1 less than or equal to R, then but have considering okay. So basically, we have to do a minus every time because any of the option that we are exhausting, it should be removing a day. So and if R is less than 0, okay, if R is greater than 0, we do R prime plus minus else r prime minus minus and minus minus. So with this, the out L prime space R prime only. Now with this, I think, well, let me run and see. Oops, made some kind of mistake while taking input int and scene and while test minus minus n m l r int l1 is equals to 0 equals to 0. Oh, okay. Uh, we should be outside. Okay, I got minus 3 comma 3 uh, integer overflow minus 1 comma 1 minus 1 comma 4 minus 3 comma 3. So this should be impossible to get because L prime should be greater than or equal to L because I'm considering L to be left, right. There may be issue with the I want to see if it's some kind of it should be right. All right. Oh, sorry. So it should be n greater than 0 and m minus minus. My bad. So minus 1 and 1, 0 and 1 can be so second, so 0 and 4, right? So on day 1, it should be outcome is 1 and 1. It will be 0 and 1. Minus 2 by 2, minus 4 and 4. R prime should be, oh, it should not be equal. I think I got it. The reason was I kept equality, right? That's why it was going. So let me submit this. Oh my god. Uh, the first test case it was passed. Wrong answer on test 2. What is the test 2? Did he give any conditions? What is the test 2, bro? I don't know. M can be less than or equal to N, right? M can be, N should be a positive. And or whatever the output that was displayed here, but I see that I got an issue at the submission. I want to see the test case, but I'm not able to see. This is so bad. I wish I could have seen the test case, but for the problem one, okay, but for the problem one, I was gone in the first test case. It was fine. So yeah, even if I want to submit divs 4, I need to brush a lot of stuff, right? Div for A and B. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the third one. Open chat, control I, select language, fill with template, start typing to dismiss and don't show this again. Don't show this. Fine. Okay, now I understand the stuff where I need to put more focus on. So I need to focus on manipulation and usage of inbuilt functions. File programming probably. Am I allowed to stream virtual contests? I don't know. Maybe I can seal up. Maybe I can stream upsolving for contest. Okay, let me see. Can I stream? Codeforces. Okay. Live streaming yourself solving contest. Or you can live stream a virtual contest. Ah, okay. Oh my god. Yes. I was afraid. Okay, fine. Fine. I mean, so this was 5 years ago, right? This guy joined as a specialist. So what is he doing now? Yeah, he's a newbie. Oh, Right. Yeah, I think yeah, I think for the third problem, you are not able to hear any audio because the charging went down in the mic. So I'm sorry for that. All right. So yeah. So we are having a 1 minute lag. It's good. I don't know why I'm smelling something burnt. It's me just overthinking all right. Alt, alt, GPU temperature. Okay, okay. We'll see the task manager performance for the GPU 43, GPU 44, and CPU temperature from mention. Yeah, let's hope everything good happens. Those remainder processes. Okay, so getting back to the contest. I wasted a few minutes. Tung Tung Shahur. Let's see. I have to see the battery backup of this mic. Okay, this looks okay. You have two drums in front of you, a left drum and a right drum. A hit on the left drum can be recorded as L and a hit on the right is recorded as R. The strange forces that rule this world are fickle. Sometimes a blow sounds once and sometimes it sounds twice. Therefore, a hit on the left drum could have a sound L or LL, and a hit on the right drum could have sounded as either R or RR. The sequence of hits made recorded in the string P and the sounds heard in the string S. Okay, the hits that are made are there in the string P and the sounds that are heard that are there in the string S. Okay, fine. So we have two strings, string S and string P. So P is actually me and S is actually heard. Heard, H-E-A-R-D, H-E-R, no, H. Yeah, okay, actually, fine. Now, so we can actually make L and we can make an L, but sometimes it appears as L or LL. And the same goes for right drum R and RR. So one L can produce one L. So one L can produce either one L and one R can produce both R's. Now, given P and S, determine whether It is true that the string S could have been a result of string P. Okay, fine. For example, if P is equal to LR, then the result of the goods, then the result of the hits could be any of the strings LR, LRR, LLR, LLRR, but the strings LLLR, LRL cannot. Okay, so given P and S, determine whether it is true that the string S could have been a result of the hits from string P. Okay, I can do this using bit masking. I cannot. So basically these are like subsets. So 2 to the power n possible outcomes. So let me see. So the first line contains an integer t, number of test cases. The first line of each test case contains string p consisting of R and L characters, and the second line of each test case contains string s, R and L characters. It is guaranteed that sum of s does not exceed 2 to the power of 5 across all the test cases. For each set of input data, output yes if s can be heard sound and no otherwise cannot. Fine. Best plus minus minus. All right. String p string plus string s. So basically, let me paste. Fine. Now, so okay, I can put a flag. I can restrict. So if there is one element, 2 to the power 1, that is 2. So if s is equal to r, okay, let me hack it. If p written, always where the magic happens. Always the magic happens in else. So I can discard at the first wrong and I can say out no and return it. And in the end, I can print yes. I'll discard at the first no. Maybe that's the answer. Else, so, sorry, I'll discard at the first no, but at the end I will. So is equal to 0, I less than p dot size I plus plus if p of I equals to L, ఆ పొజిషన్లో అది ఉంది అంటే so let me look at twice. సో ఖచ్చితంగా ఇప్పుడు ఒక పొజిషన్ తీసుకుంటే ఆ పొజిషన్‌లో దట్ ఇఫ్ యూ ఆర్ ఫైన్ L now as of I not equal to L ఎందుకు ఎర్రర్ రావచ్చు. So fine and L or S of I plus 1 L or sorry let's check I close this right okay okay now this is a wrong logic that I've been building. I S of I plus 1 C out 0 and I mean this may pass for this test but I'm not sure about its validity. I can say that. I got 2 y plus minus minus. If it's not else, if it's not easy, so what happens in the end? So it has not entered else. Yes. Okay, let me print it afterwards. Yeah, I know it is better. Yes, yes, yes. No. Fine boots. Is it better over there? I will get multiple. Mm, okay. So let me. If yes, P not equals to S. P equals to S and S, yes, I'm gonna compulsory. Yes, no, 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 no. It's time which in the disk is fine. P in P, C in S. Good. Or should I do brute force? Even if I try to brute force. Okay, I'll try to brute force it instead of if P not equal to S. That's one should be a no, right? L. Or I can just count for L's and R's. Best. Okay, let me hack the solution. But the ordering may be different. Yeah, you cannot hack it. But why was I getting 6 output? If P is same as S, we would definitely output yes. That is for sure. The else case. So it can have many combinations, right? So it can have many combinations. And why do I feel like this division 4 is so thought provoking? Because I don't have the idea. This is a very nice contest to absolve because we get a lot of knowledge. At least I can say I get a lot of knowledge. So Let me start it and favorites. Okay. Let me check the standing. Don't tell me I'll be considered in the standings. Are you kidding me? Oh, okay. Only person I can is not influence your rating. Then that's fine. Okay. Going to be regular on purpose. I want to know how rating is done. If there is multiple points and we like what about the debt process, it is influenced from there also. So who is this person? If okay, fine. The whatever the stuff we are doing using this virtual contest, it should be fine, basically. But my rank is somewhere here. And people, so what about these people? Guy, damn. So basically, people join and do nothing. That's probably it. Okay. Okay, people are still submitting by this time. I mean, it's good to solve virtual contest, but should I approach like this? How do you upsolve properly? So this question was asked 7 years ago. I've read in many places, Codeforces Round have about upsolving and the ways to do it, but I'm just not able to make progress overall because I look at editorial solution, implement the problem, understand it next time something newer comes along and I'm unable to solve it. I have solved 700 problems across OJs. Oh my gosh, especially by solved I have into the problems where I looked at editorial solution. I have not used Codeforces much, but from what I've seen from the past due to contests, just glancing through, I would probably not be able to solve due to question B in 90% of that. So much of proper strategy should I try the problems that might give up to get the solution, but because this every time a new problem or topic comes, I'm failing at it, solving it. Yes. of an entire defined improvement of 50.5 consistent specialist use of oh my god. Please, I'm sorry. And if this is a lame comment, lame question, yes, I have been 4 minutes. Straight to the point. No, no, no. Give up. No, no. It's just thinking that you will fail. Okay. Tutorial. Well, this is good. I did really poorly in round 5, 6 to do to logically correct solution form, but it was inefficient and time out of the card as I looked at the other solutions to understand how to speed up my solution for problem D and I've got a chance to look at C, D, and E. How would you go about observing? I did already look at problem C and I think I might be able to come up with something after a while. But what about D and E? Did you have work on solving those? I'm struggling with B level problems also. How much time should one spend trying to solve before looking at solutions? Learn that CP is not about who knows most articles, done the most questions, or spend most amount of time. It's about who uses their brain to the best to do that. Practice on math, at pocket, size your brain. Say some DS questions like finding number of distinct elements. Yeah, the questions are quite standard solutions we learn eventually. DFS. Who is this guy? History. And who this guy is? The 562. Bitwise are sequence of n integers. So what do I get with bitwise ZAR? ZAR and bitwise ZAR, both are different or both are same? ఇచ్చిండు ఆ వాల్యూ 3, 5, 5, 6. Last element bitwise is our operation. Oh, we have to. Okay, so we have to perform XOR operation on bitwise. This should be easy, right? Because when I say easy, this actually should be doable because this is just straight up math and it's E. So probably it has more rating bitwise. So every loop, I'll take a loop. The idea is to take a loop and send AI comma AK. Convert them into binary. Do the bitwise XOR sum plus equal to balance files. So should it be int? So we return some binary XOR. Okay. So the stuff first one contains an integer and to 10 to the power of 3, 4, and 5, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, ten lakhs. So probably long, I'll be taking as long. Yeah, long, it's fine. Long be defined from binary. Int binary. Mm. So how can I store binary bit? So for me to check bitwise, it's a good implementation question if I am able to implement it. And I'm sure of that one. It's a good implementation question if I am able to implement it. The idea is to find out the bitwise OR of two numbers, sum it with the next one. So sum 0, sorry, control Z. This should be part of main. Sum. The final value is 2. the sun, then okay, I'll come there. So the first line contains an integer t. The first line of each test case contains an integer on the length of the integer array. Int n, int vectors being filled. Okay. The second line of each test case contains an integer. Fine, it is done. Oh, it belong now. N can be integer, right? No. N should belong now. Long, long. I can be, since N is long, long, I cannot be long. Clean arrow, fine, fine. Long, long. When this K ఎక్కడుంది? Oh, oh. This here is an important condition which I missed that may cause 1 less than or equal to k less than or equal to n. I think this is more difficult. If you would have given the k value, it would have been easy. But since we have to find out maximum value, maybe I'm thinking it's a greedy or dynamic programming. I'm not sure about this, but I'm thinking. You understood the approach, right? What I wanted to say. I mean, if I absorb this one contest, I would have gained so much of knowledge. I can gain so much knowledge. That that is sure. But I never expected a Div 4 contest to be this hard. Why? But 4,000 people were able to solve it. I mean, almost 5,000. And that too. Gray coder, newbies. Why? Huh, maybe he got flagged. User got disabled. Fine. Just 4,000 were able to solve. How is this possible, bruh? 1,049. So yeah, maybe he can do it. Sorry, we got disabled. I think actions. He just did one contest. They won. He's back into action. Well, he did solve the problems. Damn, bruh. So good. Okay, this is this. So let me just go to the next question. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, so one thing what I realized from this, from virtually absolving, sorry, from virtually competing in a virtual contest, before entering contests, I need to be strong in fundamentals. I need to be strong in manipulation because I need to be good in math and creative thinking. As I can say, they say that Div 4 is the easiest in Codeforce, and if I'm not able to solve a Div 4 questions, so the standard is somewhere below. So I'll probably try some other way to do the streaming, but it's not for the sake of streaming. It's just I'll think of a way, one way. Can it be um yeah? So upload dev for contest. So one thing that I can do is upload live for contest. That after I get some hands on. So we'll probably call a to maybe I can do this as I have here. Because as I have less than 1300, how many problems did I solve? Right. It's very low, right? Probably these 100 problems, then 1300, so 1300 extra 200. Okay. Should I go diff to diff to diff to diff? According to this, according to rating. Have I solved any of this? I don't think I have. Yeah. So probably they say that division 4 is less than 1400. So probably after solving these two, right? So this and this. I did have I did have some problems in Srija and bottles. Is there in this as well? Srija and bottles. Um, I felt like I've seen the name. So okay, probably I'll try solving these two, maybe 200 problems under my bucket. Then maybe I'll be go for statistics. What is statistics? Mine is C++. Accepted 83, unaccepted 130 are not accepted. So the majority questions I did were math and implementations. So I never did any of them. So I did DB6, but tried 89, solved 73, maximum attempts 14, 1314B. What is this? There's a lot of statistics if I want to see how I'm doing. So let it load. Solved with one submission, 26 questions. That's mad. So, so I attended 12 contests. Best rank was 541. Yep. First rank was 20,000. Maximum was 505. Maximum was 122. Unsolved. Okay, these are my unsolved. So 19 will be high from writing. So 2, 1. Which which problem, bruh? So I solved 55, 800 problems. July 1st. What is he even saying, bruh? Saying I submitted code for this last year. I don't even remember. So, okay. So this is good. Ladder categories. I mean, even coming to categories, if I see dynamic programming, I solve 4 questions. Uh, how did I solve 4 questions? Where are the 4 questions? I don't see any green. Okay, okay, okay. Codeforces Goodbye 2016 beta live to only. Watermelon. This is the first time someone saying this dynamic programming. I think this is not updated. Okay, so probably I'll do 8 OJ ladders, but different ladders. So I'll see best. I'll see which is the best 8 OJ ladder and I'll follow that. Then I'll probably start up solving this contest because now I understood. So we need now strong implementation skill is a must. So we must be able to put the code out. So problem solving problems will do that and get better at STL. I was not able to solve that one character array problem because I couldn't remember the string STL. So, and coming to this division for competition, even if I wanted to solve, I think I can only absolve till 3 because I was only able to submit 3 questions, right? The rest all the questions I was not, they were going through and above my head. So I don't know if I'll solve these questions. I'll definitely absolve A, B, and C, but they're not that difficult. Or let me try. I mean, maybe I can make notes. So make notes of the new concepts and maybe get better. Yeah, making notes we can do. Mm, The only reason was, even though they are wrong, I was able to write some code and submit it. I was not able to do that for D, E, F, G, H. Now, I'll need to see what are the problem ratings, maybe document them somewhere. Yeah, but yeah, since this was my actually first time solving a virtual contest, I'll upsolve it. Fine. The upsolving video would be pretty interesting because I would have already gone through the solution and understood and would have understood various use cases. So I'm cool from my side. So it's still 12 minutes. Just give me a minute. I'll be back. I think so. One more note. I think Codeforces competition, Codeforces contest, or maybe higher level. There is also Code Chef where I can just participate. We can have challenge. Yeah. So basically, compete, pass contest. Can I absolve? Yeah. What is my rating here? Let's continue with Google. I'm still 1 star. 1343. Right. So for my it increased because I did good. I mean, my last completion was okay. Practice, practice C++, practice Python, Java, C, SQL, PHP. Oh yeah. So order all this. It's been so long. I haven't. Damn. Yes, upgrade to Pro. Invite to Pro community videos and smart execution algorithms. Specialized interview preparation path. I never thought Code Chef has increased this much. Okay, so let me see if I can just observe the competition. If, Chef believes he can predict weather just by looking at clouds. A chefs saw a clouds in the morning, B clouds in the evening. He believes that it will rain if the number of clouds you saw in the evening is three times the number of clouds you saw in the morning. Given the value of ABC, A, B, and B, what will the chef's predictions be? Are you kidding me? I mean, less than three times, so it will rain. So, what are the constraints? So, no constraints. Okay, constraints A lesson. One lesson equal to L, B lesson equal to 20. B if that is okay. 3 times A is greater than or equal to B. If B is sorry. Okay, sorry. Times 3. So he needs rain or dry. Something like that. It should be submitted successfully. It should not fail because this is one of the deadly easiest question. Switch to AI tutor mode. English with I. No, nothing. Oh my god. I mean, I can say, yeah, this is click code. I can say they improved the standard. And it's difficulty 167. I just open a random, right? So, what is this by the courses, programming and DSA. Are you kidding me? So yeah, definitely I can do some streaming for Code Chef. That is, the scope is there. The difficulty is less. Yeah. Okay. Now I think it is Code Chef. Code Chef is more structured, and I probably learn more using Code Chef because it is more structured and it has more information and starts from easier levels. Or Codeforces if I feel Codechef is too easy. Yes. No question Codeforces apart from the first one is that simple, right? Yes. So, apart from that watermelon. That was the most easiest question ever asked on Codeforces, in my opinion. So yeah, I will plan. So it's Saturday morning, 1:30 a.m. I'll probably sleep now. Uh, with a fresh mind, I will see what can I do for me to get better at code forces and start solving these competitions and get going. I have to start this seriously. Well, I did reload. Yeah, one thing I wanted to see the comments for the questions because rating predictions 800, 800, 800, 1000, 1200, 800. Oh, so first three are alike. Yeah, damn. Hopefully, yeah, people like me. But the contest was well balanced. Yeah, I can say that. Okay, it's a good competition. So yeah, I will definitely absolve this competition. That's for sure. Absolve 1017. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.